Hello friends, this is Charmi Vadgama and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Today, in this video, we will learn about naming conventions in Java. If we talk about good programming, we should follow some specific standards to make your code look good, more efficient, and more readable. Let's say, if you are making a software which is optimized and has a lot of stuff, so to make your code readable, you should have to follow some rules. One of these rules is naming convention. So, whenever you write your code, use proper names like usually we use XYZ, PQR, etc., which is not good while building a software. Let us see why naming convention is important and what are the rules for it. By using standard Java naming convention, you can make your code easier to read for yourself and for other programmers. Readability of Java program is very important. There are some rules to remember that all the identifiers should begin with a letter, currency character or an underscore. A keyword cannot be used as an identifier. Identifiers are case sensitive. A class name should start from a capital case letter and long name should use camel case. An object name should start from lowercase letter and if the name contains more than one word then it should use camel case. There are some rules that must be followed by every identifier. The name must not contain any white spaces and the name should not start with special characters like ampersand, dollar and underscore. Java follows camel case syntax for naming the class, interface, methods, and variables. If the name is combined with two words, the second word will always be an uppercase letter. It will be more clear after seeing this live example. You can see here I had created a class name naming convention. Basically in Java, there are a lot of things we name ourselves. We name our own classes, we name our own methods, variables, etc. Many times we name like XYZ, PQR, etc., which is not really helpful. So what we do is create rules that help us to identify classes, packages, methods, etc. In this file, we have several names, like we have a class name called naming convention, we have a parameter called args, main method, variable name called a. All these names have two rules that they cannot have a space or they cannot start with a symbol. So, if we put a space here, it will not work. Same is in method, if we put a space here, it will not work. Put numbers or any symbol before the names, then also it will not work. See here, it all gives error. So if I put symbol, the same thing, it will not work. Now let us create a method which contains more than one word. Here I had created a method that contains more than one word. So it will follow camel case. As a method name should be a verb. A method name is a verb and a verb initializes the action to be performed. So method name should always be a verb. And if we talk about a variable, if we write variable a or x or y, that not looks good here. So we can define a variable that for what it is used for. If it let's say it's used for age, it describes the age. So we can write here age. If the variable contains more than one word, we can use our if the variable contains more than one word, we can write like age of students. Variables also follow camel case and the first letter would be a lowercase letter. The more important is if we want to define a constant, we can write in capital letters. A constant is always defined in a capital letter. We can write here maximum age and a constant do not change. So we can write here final static int maximum age is equals to 100 and we can define it outside this method so that every method can use this constant. So I hope you guys understand it.